Welcome back, my gardening friends. Well, it's about time we had a little look at the Meko Potato grow bags, and I was convinced that these labels would have actually spoilt, got runs on them, but they're doing well. So there we've got the rocket first earlies, 2 seeds. We've got some carrots, Nantes 5, growing in this one. Just a few seeds scattered about, don't want them too close. And then we've got the radish icicle white long, and again labels done extremely well. So we're going to be revealing the radish. We'll try the door, see if the roots have reached the bottom, and we'll be taking all these radish today and planting something else in its place. Well, I will in the future. I grew the long icicle whites and the similar ones last year and was really impressed. Nice long roots, good flavour. So let's have a little look in the door. So this will be the first time that we've actually used the Velcro. It's a little bit dry personally, and you should be able to hold it up. Oh, there we go. What can you see? Let's have a little look. Well, there's some of the roots. Have the roots made it down to the bottom, he says. Well, they have, but maybe no length to there. But let's say we've harvested some potatoes from there, we can actually then replace the Velcro. Let's just try that. And it's quite good Velcro, it wouldn't just pop off. So let's get these in the wheelbarrow and let's have a little look at how they've actually done. And it proves a point. Looks like they've dried out a little bit in the bottom. So these were planted on the 20th of March. We've already taken a few out. I think this may be the variety that I've used in the long roots. We're going to take all these today, but some of these smaller ones we could have left in for a little bit longer, but I want to reuse the bag. Look very clean, free from any damage. But yeah, we'll get those cleaned up, get the bag emptied out, and then I can refill it at a later date. Just giving these a quick swill off in a bucket to get rid of most of the soil, but leaving the green on just to help retain some of the moisture before we cut them at home and wash them properly. But I'm pleased with those. So if you want to hang on, I'll be showing you a few little things that I've been up to since the last video, and we'll also be doing a salad harvest. The babies are doing well. The square foot garden is doing really well. We've set that one up now, show you shortly, and the vertical garden and the complete abundance. The New Zealand spinach, it's the sunlight's playing up, guys. There we go. It's absolutely wonderful, really good, and all the other crops are catching up, and I really do enjoy the Ruby Fresh Baby Swiss chard and the bright lights. This is really crispy, thick leaves, so enjoying those. So we're taking a harvest from those, and here's a quick look at the square foot garden that was the cold frame. So we've put a few goodies in there, and it sets out the bits of wood. I use that wood because it's all the right length. So these were the offcuts from the bits that we used to support these raised beds. So I just plonk them in nice and easy, and I think it looks pleasing to the eye. The bull's blood beetroot is just coming into its own now, so I'm going to take a few leaves off these just to encourage them to produce more. Definitely planted too much lettuce there, and let's get harvesting and see what we get. Well, we've hardly made a dent in absolutely anything, but anything that does go over, then we can use for the compost. So we've got some of the Icicle radish there, Sparkler 3, new seed, and some French breakfast. Some of them have gone slightly over, but the Sparkler 3 are really good radish, and we've got a real good bowl full of salad there, and I'm sure my son will enjoy sharing this with me. I've tared the mushroom basket, and I took another 200 off for that, and that's what we've got so far for hashtag Team Will It Grow. Just keeping an eye on everything that we get. These are the oak trees, that the acorns that were hidden in the cannabis compost that we find. The squirrels have hidden their nuts, and they've took their time, but they're now all starting to sprout. The weather here in the UK has been very, very warm, considering it's surprising what a difference a day makes. And a quick tip for you for coffee grounds: I scatter them around the base of the peas, and that deters the flea beetle. Noticed a little bit of damage, so I immediately put some coffee grounds on, and that's helped a lot. No more damage. Now these coffee grounds are nice and dry, I'll get them put into the containers. Those are the pallet collar coal frames. Well, it went from cold to being hot, and I ended up frying the smaller ones, and as you can see, the fruits are started to form. And another tip for cucumbers and courgettes, zucchinis, is to mound the soil, so when you water around, the water never gets near the stem, so it doesn't rot off. And the other one is, I put a pipe in, puts the water in at the bottom. These are the baby chantenay carrots without any yogurt pots, etc. And this is what they look like with the bottle tops on, and hopefully you can see their compost. It's all dry on the outside and nice and moist on the inside, keeping the carrots moist. I water over the top, especially these. Don't want them to dry out until they've actually germinated and put that taproot down. This is my long roots for the shows, and this is what they look like at this stage. So we've got a radish on the right, carrot, beetroot, and parsnip at the bottom, and we've got the same here, but I won't be planting that radish on the end till a bit closer to the show. That one at the back was just an experiment, but they're doing well. Pleased with them so far. And these are the Successional sown 21st of February and 24th of March. Things got on top of me, so we missed out on some of the other sowings in April and May. Walking onions are walking all over the place now. The hashtag upside down bulb challenge. These are 2 elephant garlic planted the correct way. This is 2 bulbs planted upside down, and I cannot see a difference. They have done well, other than one not surviving. Be interesting in the reveal to see whether they actually split exactly the same. Very interesting. Some nice carrots there. Not so nice when you hit them with a barrow and it tips upside down. Whoops. Marie Curry's crimson broad beans, and the broad beans are forming nicely now, so thank you, Marie. Second sowing of the Sabuto F1, and here's some of my sprouts and cauliflowers. The broad beans will definitely beat the black fly, hopefully. But knowing all this hot weather and sunshine, from cold to warm to wet to very hot, no doubt we're going to lose a few more things to seed, but never mind, we can still make use of all the vegetables that we grow. First sowing of the Sabuto in singles, and they're coming on well now, and it won't be long before I reveal my first parsnip of 2021. These were sown in September 2020. All the barrels have been set up nicely, as we've spoke about. These two are slightly higher, just so that they don't overflow. We've forecast some thunderstorms, so I might put another barrel here because I'm going to end up losing water because all these barrels are full. But this is the siphoning system, so all the barrels all the way along here are all connected, and if I've got any issues I can remove a siphoning so none of those barrels gets touched, and we just use it from here. So that we can collect that valuable rainwater from the guttering system on the polytunnel that we built early on in the year, an ongoing project. And finally, I think I decided not to use this as a water carrier. This is a water storage container for a loft water to feed down for whatever, and it got two holes in, and I've just literally cut it all out, but because it's quite long I've left these two ribs in. You can see that they're slightly raised, so I've left those in. That'll stop the sides from splaying out, and as normal there's two of the holes that would feed the watering system, and I've used my core drill bit to create the holes all the way along, creating a reservoir, hopefully to get that filled with the rest of the compost that we've got. And because I've been digging those barrels out by the side of the polytunnel, I've got some ordinary soil as well, so that'll just give it some body. So if you are interested in these Meko grow bags, the link is in the description below, with all the other things that we do. It's been quite interesting, but I'm really hoping that these potatoes will do well and we can start harvesting a few out of the bottom pouch once we get some flowers. These have been grown literally outside, not like the ones in the grow room, so hopefully we'll have a better harvest. I'll be doing an update on the potato medium, world's largest potato medium growing experiment, to see the difference in what we're growing in. As you can see, that is a lot lighter than that, and of course failures on the way, and I've got more than one plum this year. See, I'm pointing my finger. It's there. And another one there, so hopefully we'll get some plums before the bees or the birds do. And the wildflower wildlife garden is coming alive. And if you want to know how to grow strawberries from shop bought strawberries just by slicing up the skins, there'll be an update on me planting those up very, very soon. And I'm really impressed with the rainwater gravity wick guttering system. So there's a rain gutter with wicks, and even the cucumbers have perked up now. And it's working really well. Use very, very little water. This hot weather will test it though. It certainly pays to look after your rhubarb That's doing really well, very productive. I shan't get to use it all, but what doesn't get picked will help build those crowns and give me a better crop in the future, and hopefully the 3 biggest heavy sticks for the Malvern show later on in the year. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Please leave me a comment. Happy gardening to you all. Till next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now.